What if everything you thought about the Pyramid of Giza and the pharaohs was only part of the story? What if the real creators of these legendary monuments were hidden in plain sight or erased by history's powerful gatekeepers? In Egypt, where secrets sleep beneath centuries of sand, this bold idea shakes the foundations of what we believe. It's not just a mystery, it's a challenge to rethink human achievement itself. Imagine discovering that the Sphinx of Giza and those towering pyramids aren't just relics of one era, but echoes of an ancient legacy lost to time. That means rewriting history books, upsetting academic comfort zones, and questioning the pride of nations. But what if that's exactly what needs to happen? The reward: a deeper connection to our past and a new understanding of human potential. If you're ready to dive beyond the official stories, this journey will ignite your curiosity and invite you to become one of the few who truly seek the truth. The legacy you inherit isn't fixed, it's created. And the question is, who will be the next creator in this unfolding story? But first, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notifications. And welcome to the Curious Dome. Most people were taught that the Pyramid of Giza was built in just 20 years by thousands of workers using simple copper tools under the orders of Pharaoh Khufu. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the thing: no direct inscription inside the pyramid even mentions Khufu's name. Imagine building a monument so massive and not even leaving your autograph? Not very royal of a pharaoh, don't you think? And when you start digging figuratively and literally, you'll notice the gaps. No ceremonial artifacts, no mummies, no lavish burial goods you'd expect in the resting place of a pharaoh. What we have instead are vague quarry marks found much later, and their authenticity? Highly debated. It's like someone found a sticky note at the back of the Mona Lisa and claimed Da Vinci wrote it last week. In Egypt, that level of doubt should raise eyebrows. Now ask yourself this: if something as iconic as the Pyramid of Giza lacks solid proof of its supposed origin, what else might we be missing? The truth is, history often gets written by those with the loudest voice or the most funding. That majestic Sphinx of Giza, watching silently nearby, might know the real story. And if you think that's suspicious, wait till you hear about the man who controls what gets seen in the land of Egypt. In the world of ancient Egypt, one name stands above the rest: Dr. Zahi Hawass. To many, he's the guardian of pharaohs, the face of history itself. But behind the public image, critics whisper a different story. They claim he decides who gets access to the Pyramid of Giza, and who doesn't. Sounds more like a gatekeeper of secrets than just a scholar, doesn't it? Researchers from all over the world have been denied entry to key sites, especially when their theories challenge the mainstream. Want to scan under the Sphinx of Giza? Denied. Planning to explore sealed chambers in the pyramid? Not without permission, and permission rarely comes. This control raises questions. After all, if there's nothing to hide, why shut down independent excavations? Think about it like this. Imagine a library with millions of ancient books, but only one person holds the key. That's the level of control some claim Hawass exercises in Egypt. It's not just about protecting history, it's about controlling the narrative. And when a single voice echoes louder than all others, we have to wonder, what truths are still buried beneath the Pyramid of Giza? Let's talk about something that doesn't quite add up: the construction of the Pyramid of Giza. These stones aren't just heavy, they're colossal. Some granite blocks weigh over 80 tons and were cut with a precision we struggle to replicate today. Copper tools? Really? Try cutting your kitchen countertop with a spoon and see how far you get. Modern teams have actually tried to recreate the pyramid building process using the tools that Pharaoh Khufu allegedly used. Spoiler, they failed. The cuts were too clean, the measurements too exact, and the alignment with the stars? Spot on. It's like someone had access to laser-level precision before lasers even existed. In ancient Egypt, that shouldn't have been possible. unless we're missing something. Now, here's a mental exercise for you. If a civilization thousands of years ago could manipulate stone with this kind of mastery, what else might they have achieved that we've overlooked? The Sphinx of Giza still watches, carved from a single block of limestone, another feat we can't fully explain. And just wait until you learn how they lit the inside of these pyramids without a single torch. Step inside the Pyramid of Giza, and something feels off. There's no soot, no burn marks, no blackened ceilings, nothing to show fire ever lit the path. And yet, the chambers are deep and winding, far from natural light. In ancient Egypt, without torches or oil lamps, how did they see? The answer remains one of the most puzzling mysteries surrounding the legacy of the pharaohs. Some theories suggest mirror systems, bouncing sunlight deep inside. You could try this at home with a few hand mirrors and a hallway tricky, right? Others whisper about chemical lamps or advanced lighting lost to time. Still, none of these methods fully explain the spotless walls. The Sphinx of Giza, always watching, seems to challenge us to dig deeper literally and metaphorically. Think about it. Why would a culture that supposedly used primitive tools achieve light without fire? It hints at knowledge far beyond what we credit them for. Even modern engineers struggle to recreate these conditions without electricity. And just when this puzzle grabs your attention, something even more mysterious appears behind closed stone doors, untouched for decades. In 1993, a small robot crawled deep into the Pyramid of Giza, sent by German engineer Rudolf Gantenbrink. It reached a narrow shaft in the Queen's chamber and stopped at a stone door with copper handles. Strange, right? A sealed door inside a pyramid with no obvious purpose, hidden for thousands of years. And yet, instead of opening it, Egyptian authorities stopped all further exploration. Years later, another robot found a second door behind the first. But even now, no one's allowed to investigate what lies beyond. Imagine finding a locked safe in your attic and deciding to never open it. In a place like Egypt, where history is carved in every stone, that silence feels louder than words. The pharaohs may have taken secrets to the grave, but this one might still be waiting. The Sphinx of Giza and the Pyramid of Giza both guard more than just stone. They guard silence. Why were these chambers sealed so deliberately? And why avoid the chance to uncover what could be the most groundbreaking find of the century? While tourists snap selfies outside, the greatest mystery may still be buried just meters away, waiting for the right eyes to see. The three pyramids on the Giza Plateau don't just sit randomly. They align with the stars of Orion's belt. But here's the twist. The alignment doesn't match the sky as it appeared during Pharaoh Khufu's reign. Instead, it fits perfectly with the night sky around 10,500 BC. That's thousands of years before dynastic Egypt even existed. Coincidence? Hardly. This theory, proposed by researcher Robert Bauval, sparked controversy for challenging the accepted timeline. Critics waved it off, saying it's a stretch, but offered little concrete rebuttal. It's like seeing puzzle pieces fit and insisting they belong to a different puzzle. If ancient builders planned the Pyramid of Giza based on the stars, it reveals a level of astronomical mastery few acknowledge. And if they aligned with Orion, what exactly were they trying to mirror? In many ancient cultures, Orion was linked to gods, rebirth, and the afterlife. Maybe the pharaohs weren't just building tombs, they were building portals encoded with celestial maps. Realize this. Farmers track seasons by stars. Sailors navigate oceans by constellations. So why not architects of ancient Egypt? The Sphinx of Giza, gazing east, may be more than symbolic. It may be the key to a calendar far older than we've been told. The Sphinx of Giza is more than a majestic statue. It's a weathered mystery. The erosion patterns on its body don't match the dry, sandy winds of the desert. Instead, they suggest heavy rainfall, something that Egypt hasn't seen in thousands of years. This points to a much older age for the Sphinx, possibly around 12,000 years ago, right after the last ice age. If true, this means the pharaohs weren't the original creators of the Sphinx of Giza. Instead, it could be a relic from a lost civilization that thrived when Egypt had a very different climate. Imagine discovering an ancient rainforest beneath the desert sands. This challenges everything we thought we knew about history. The Pyramid of Giza standing nearby might also be much older than textbooks admit. This raises a powerful question. How many secrets has Egypt buried beneath its sun-soaked surface? The Sphinx isn't just watching the horizon, it's watching time itself, a silent guardian of forgotten epochs. For those curious, exploring climate science alongside archaeology can open new doors of understanding, blending the past with nature's story. Some thinkers like Graham Hancock and John Anthony West suggest the Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx of Giza are legacies of a lost civilization, one far older and more advanced than ancient Egypt. They propose these monuments were inherited, restored by later pharaohs, not originally built by them. It's like finding a vintage car and assuming the current owner built it from scratch. This idea challenges the mainstream narrative and shakes the foundations of history books. Imagine questioning everything you thought you knew about the origins of Egypt. If true, it opens doors to civilizations wiped out by cataclysms, whose knowledge was passed down secretly. It's a reminder that history isn't always black and white, but a rich tapestry woven with gaps and mysteries. If you're fascinated by this, exploring works like Hancock's Fingerprints of the Gods or West's writings can give a fresh perspective. Understanding lost civilizations can inspire us to think beyond accepted truths. After all, history is a puzzle, and every new piece changes the picture sometimes in surprising ways. And speaking of surprises, there's a reason some resist these ideas. It's curious how mainstream archaeologists often dismiss alternative theories about Egypt's ancient monuments, not always for scientific reasons. Sometimes it's about academic inertia, protecting reputations, or even national pride tied to the legacy of the pharaohs. Imagine a world where challenging the story feels like challenging the very identity of a nation. This resistance can act like a wall, keeping new ideas out and preserving old narratives. Think about how companies resist innovation to protect profits. History can behave the same way. Scholars fear rewriting textbooks, losing prestige, or admitting they might have been wrong. But science thrives on questioning, not silence. The Pyramid of Giza might be waiting for brave minds to break through. So next time you hear the mainstream rejecting fresh ideas about the Sphinx of Giza or the pharaohs, remember it's not always about truth. Sometimes it's about comfort zones and power. And as these walls slowly crack, new revelations may emerge just beyond the sealed doors we haven't yet dared to open. Modern technology has given us new eyes to explore the Pyramid of Giza. Techniques like montomography reveal hidden chambers, unseen for millennia. Imagine it like an X-ray of Egypt's greatest legacy, offering tantalizing hints of secrets locked within stone. These discoveries spark hope that the full story is still waiting to be told. Precision cuts in massive blocks remain unexplained by known ancient tools. Engineers today marvel at the pyramid's craftsmanship, suggesting lost knowledge or technology far beyond copper chisels. If only we had the courage to look deeper, to open those sealed doors and explore every shadow in the Sphinx of Giza's watchful gaze. The future of Egyptology could be a revolution, not just a revelation. But it requires transparency and openness, breaking down old barriers of control. Only then might the world uncover who truly built the Pyramid of Giza and why. And with that, the journey into Egypt's mysteries continues, inviting us all to look closer. Now that you've uncovered some of the deepest mysteries behind the Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx of Giza, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you simply accept the stories handed down, or will you challenge them, dig deeper, and seek out the truths that others might prefer to keep hidden? Remember, History isn't shaped by those who sit quietly. It's shaped by those brave enough to question, explore, and redefine what we think we know. Think about your own life for a moment. How often do you pause to question the official versions of your story, the narratives told by society, your environment, or even yourself? If the builders of ancient Egypt left behind secrets, carefully buried and guarded by silence, what secrets might you uncover by looking beyond what's obvious? What legacy are you actively building right now? And which old walls in your mind are ready to be broken down? This journey isn't just about ancient stones. It's about awakening curiosity and boldness in you. The path of discovery is endless, filled with surprises and revelations waiting to be uncovered. If this sparked your hunger for truth and inspired you to see history and your own life through a new lens, then don't stop here. Subscribe, hit that like button, turn on the notifications, and join a community that dares to ask the hard questions. Together, we'll dive deeper into the mysteries that shape our world and maybe, just maybe, create a legacy worth remembering. Are you ready to keep digging?